السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته والاليال سوري هدان كان حي أتيك حوغا واقيلة مرك قاركود السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته كسو دوادا أما كسو مركل كسو دوادا برنامج كي فوتوشوبك oo aan weli wadno waa casharkii sideedaad waxaan rabaa inaan idin tuso sida aan u sameeyo flyerada kulligood ma ah laakiin habka qaabka iyo procedureka maro iyo eventually sida aan photoshop ugu sameeyo hadduu ilaah yiraahdo flyerka aan sameyn doono waxaan ugu talagalay organization la dhaho Rajaqa Foundation oo organizationkan waa organization dadka curyaamiinta ah waxaa iskala yar saaxiibkay Maxamed Abshir Rahir video website-kiisa waxaad ka helaysaa website xataa anaga u sameynay this guy masha Allah he's an amazing guy marka asaga u sameynayna and let's see how we do it event soo socotay leeyihiin on September marka let's do it inshallah and this is for them for the organization and it's a donation for them so it's a feel good thing so inshallah let's do it marka ugu horeysa waxaan sameeyaa flyerada badanaa waxaa waaye waa waraaqad caadi ah so haddii size-ka ona specifically qofka kuu sheegin uunan micnaha ku dhihin flyer weyn aan rabaa ama flyer yar aan rabaa badanaa you just go to file new and then here custom we choose US paper waa 8.5 by 11 size-ka you keep everything same inta RGB waa u bedeli kartaa CMYK oo ah CMYK waxaa loogu talagalay printing so but like most of people dadka badanaa waxay jecel yihiin inay Facebookooda waxooda kusoo post garaystaan marka RGB uga tagaa so let's just name it let's say Rajaqa Foundation flyer let's not take too long on that and just hit OK so as you can see this is the zero we're starting from zero. So what I usually do is flyer qof isma markuu dhaho waxaan raadiyaa ilaahay dukureeyo waxaan raadiyaa something similar to it or waxaan raadiyaa let's put it this way inspirations maxaa yeelay mararka qaarkood waxaa laga yaabaa inaa maskaxdaada ka keensato inspiration iyo habka qaabka uu egyahay flyerka mararka qaarkoodna waxaa laga yaabaa inaa u baahato xoogaha help by the way videogan wuu dheeraan doonaa so I'm just warning you now it's going to be really long maxaa yeelay flyerka dhan inaan dhamaystirnaan rabnaa and by the end of it waxaan rabnaa inaan insha Allah aan u dirno raggii Rajaqa Foundation and then insha Allah go from there. So the first thing I did was I went to Google waxaan ku qoray just a flyer community flyer wax noocaas aan ku qoray so I just put community event flyer waxaa arkaysaa wax carada ka badan so you look at them you say okay you're not going to copy them so hadda flyer inta ku jiro qaadatid ma micnaha asaga hadda qaato wax kama bedbedelaysid you just looking at it like you want to see something that fits your fits your needs you just want to take idea from it so aniga browse gareeyay so to make things easier tan camal aan doortay for you it doesn't look good but for me aniga waxaan ka hadlayaa wax ani u baahanahay this one doesn't look good for me I mean ma qurxana at all but waxaan u baahanahay waan ka helayaa so waan bedeli karaa if I want no I mean like I cannot take this ma bedelaya I'm not even gonna save it in my computer so that's why we don't need to copy other people's stuff we need to take inspiration from them marka waxaan sameynaynaa marka ugu horeyso tanaan sameeyaa waxaan raadiyaa wax similar ah and then waxaan sameeyaa informationkii waxaan isku geeyaa hal meel so for example intaan ku qoray informationka u baahanahay so sometimes waxaa dhacdo flyers u sameynayso you get stuck badanaa the reason you're stuck is because you don't have information so I put all the information here you need to have the what when where all that stuff the title what is it all about the programs contactiga you need to check all those checks qofka inaad kasoo qaadato before you even start marka that's what we did we have basic information and then what I do is I just look for some images so maybe we're gonna add some of these images maybe we're not so we're not 100% sure what we're gonna do at the end but we have an idea of waxaan sameyn doono and then obviously Rajaqa Foundation images waxaan raadinaynaa. One of the images I like is this one. Is one of the images or website ka ku jira. So their website is right here, rajaqafoundation.org. We made this website a while back, about I think a year or two, I'm not sure. So yeah, so one of the pictures is this one, and we could find it here. I click here in view image, or just save it on my computer. So I have a file for Rajaqa Foundation, and we just gonna save it here, you know. When I say file, I mean folder. And also this one, I don't know if I saved it already, but we're just gonna right click and then save it. It's a BNG image. The reason I chose BNG right here, when I put wheelchairs, I chose here tools, and then it will say any color, but then I chose transparent, and then you will get only images that are transparent. And sometimes it's easier because I might use color in a background isticmaalo laga yaabaa, so I don't have to cut the background. Already background maba lahaba bahalka dhanbo. So all I need is just to move it to Photoshop and just put it there. So talking about Photoshop, let's go back to Photoshop. Actually, this is a Photoshop ashar. So sorry, English hadaa ku hadlayo waa Somali English isku qasena, so don't worry about that. Flyer ka waa kana, and what I'm gonna do is first waxaan soo jiidanayaa logada. So here waxaa ii furan folderkooda. Logada I have two logos, mid BNG iyo mid JPEG. I hope so. I'll just take the BNG one because it has no background, so I could put it anywhere I want. Another thing is I need is the images, so just open. I need maybe this image. I need you hold control, you just hit the image you want, and maybe I need that too, I'm not sure, but I'm just gonna open it. So I opened all the images that we need. So that's, you know, that's the beginning, that's waxa lagu bilaabaya. So you need to organize everything in a coherent way. Next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and start working on it, taking inspiration from here. The reason I chose this image is because I want to use that banner. I might even go to other flyers and take inspiration and mix those inspiration together, but I want to put the big image or ninka sii jeedo, you know, on the soccer field in a kor saaraan rabaa because it kind of looks nice and I like it the way it presents, you know, this person. So the image might be small, so what are you gonna do is, what I did was I just hold it and moved it to here, to the new to the empty place. So when you release it, it will just come here, and still it will be there. So you have it, you have a copy over there, and here, as you can see, new layer created. So what I did was the image is smaller. The reason is because this image, if we go back and open here image size, this image we use inches. This image is, let's see, okay, so it's pretty small compared to this file, which is let's click it here. I don't know why it's smaller, but anyway, it's pretty smaller from what you can see here. So waxaan sameynayna waa weyneynayna, control T aan taabanayna, and then shift aan qabanayna si una nooga saan nooga noqonin ama saan nooga noqonin. Waxaan taabanayna control shift aan qabanayna and then waan jiidayna. So that's what we're gonna do, and then we resize it. Okay, I like how this is coming together. So okay, so we need that guy. It shows mobility, it shows like qofkan wheelchair haysta or whatever, you know, and he's attending events, you know, so it kind of looks nice. Maybe let's cut this grass a little bit. Yeah, just like your house, cut the grass, cut it. Okay, so it doesn't take for, you know, everything. Okay, so that's that. Waxaan sameynayna marka hadda we're gonna bring the logo. we're gonna try to make it fit somewhere. Maybe I'm gonna go up here. Let's see. I'm gonna put it here, a little bit blur it. Maybe make it like Adana so good nice, so I can put the logo there. So as you can see, that one is that I'm not gonna zoom in or zoom out from this screen. The reason is because I want you guys to see everything what I'm doing and everything meesha I kala yaalaan. Marka haddii aad arki weyso wax xoogaha soo zoom garayso ama screen weyn ka daawo, marka that's my recommendation. Waxaan sameynayaa new, waxaan taabtay control shift, aan taabtay control shift. Actually you just go here, layer, and here it's a shift control N, which is a new layer. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to white. I'm gonna go a little bit faster, guys, so just to save time I'm gonna go a little faster. Why is this acting up? Okay, I don't need too big. I don't need it too small too. We just need to make it a little bit lighter here. Okay. I have an issue, which is maaluut marka waxaan istusayay yaa waxyaalo kala hagaajiyay, so things are not the way I usually I'm used to. Let's see, brushes. So let's see, spacing, let's make it way smaller. So spacing as a delay. Okay, let's just take it up a little bit. That's a little bit too big, too much. Okay, give it less. Opacity brush kan hoos usoo dhigaya si aan meeshaan iftiin badan ooga dhigo. As you can see, qurux badan in soo baxaysa camal. And then we're gonna put the logo over there. Okay, logo dan soo jiidanayna. Where's the logo? Gonna put it up there, make it a little bit bigger. Control T, make it bigger. So logo si fiican ugu muuqato, we need more light. You need to make sure the logo is visible and can be seen. Is this a logo? No. Yeah, sorry. So yeah, people could see the logo now, and they could see the guy, and it kind of looks like it's a lot of light. So now we have all this space to ourselves. Let us start writing information now, what this event is about. So let's say this is the 3rd. The reason you cannot see is because the color is white. So let's get rid of this. Actually, let's make this one auto collapse. The color is white, so we're gonna make the color maybe dark blue. Okay, let's see. I don't know what color to use. Here the text I usually use Helvetica. I don't know how to say it, but that's my to-go font most of the time. It's pretty professional. By the way, just the one fact about Helvetica, I don't know. This font is the font that Microsoft uses, Google uses, Amazon uses. I don't know if Amazon uses, but almost 80% of the companies oo ugu waaweyn adduunka waxay use karaan Helvetica logodooda. I'm talking about their logo, like Microsoft that fiiriso logodooda, they use Helvetica, but what they do is they kind of tweak it a little bit. So it's one of the most famous logo. It's professional and it's pretty expensive. I think it's like few hundred dollars kaligid, but sometimes you could find it for free somewhere. Anyway, so let's just choose a font. Let's not go tangent. And this is the 3rd. So okay, so the 3rd, as you can see, the Microsoft, what they did 3rd, RD the Koresaren. So how do you do that on Photoshop? It's not as easy as these guys, Microsoft Office. Horta farta is pretty heavy, so let's find something a little bit not that heavy. Let's go like that. Let's copy these guys. Meeshaan ka bixino. Let's write third annual project up event. I don't know. I wrote that. I don't know if that's what the guys wanted, but if they want that, good. If they don't want that, we'll change it another time. So let's make it smaller a little bit. So the third RD the dib aan uga dareynaa. So just to wait on here. Okay, I'm not feeling this. I'm not really feeling this. Should I make it all capital? That might work actually. Usually these titles are pretty bold. So that's really bold. We don't want it to be sharp, just make it smoother. A little bit bigger. So people could see it from way far. Let's make it actually darker. People could see it from way far. Now the RD on Kudrana. Where's the RD? Actually, no man, just write RD. Not capital, just normal. Normal RD. What's going on here? RD. What we're gonna do is we're gonna zoom in here a little bit. It's way too zoomed in. Make it smaller, the RD, and put it up here. I know Photoshop's pretty, sometimes it's not as good as other things. So now the RD and the text are kala baxsan yihiin. Okay, so that is that. I like that. I like how that's over there. Let's put it up there a little bit. Okay, third and all. Okay, so do we have anything of title? Yeah, I like this title. Gargaarka naafada Soomaaliyeed. Let's make it like a tagline. Make it bigger too. So you want these? How want high? This is, you know, this is what I'm talking about. Okay. This is what I'm talking about. Markii oo ay flyer sameynaysid waxa u baahan tahay waxa bold in yihiin, so people could see it right away markii ay fiiriyaanba waxay ku saabsantay inay ogaadaan. Muhiim waaye. That's what you need to do. Let's see. You want to make it a little bit different than the title. I'm not sure really if I want to do that. This one's a little flat. We could make it unflat actually. Okay, and make it smaller. Yeah, so it's a lot of contrast that ku jirto meesha xogaa waxa ku jiro wax yaro complementing each other, you know what I mean? Okay, you know, bold, you know, xogaa qaliif waaye, so people will be like, okay, this is what it's all about. Alright, so waxaan sameynaa marka hadda I'm gonna use color kale. I'm gonna actually do something like this. Alright, so this is indhaha tanay fuulayan, so marka qof kan fiiriyo they'll just see this and then they will see after that wixii markaas. So this one color kale aan ka dhigaynaa, so we need to create a new layer cusub. Sorry about that. Shift Control N, I think. Now brush and use green. Now we're gonna use brush. The question is color can ka dhignaa. To me, color kana ila qurxan calanka Soomaaliya camal ah. The reason is because you need to keep coherent colors. So waxaan xoogaa isku yiri egin is good. Also inay waxyaalo xoogaha ay is shabahan is always good. In they found, that's what I'm saying. Okay, we cannot see the brush. I don't know why. So we don't need that. We could just use we could use let's see, where is it? All right, I mean this guy, you could use paint color, just drop it and it will just paint everything. Now this is good. Now I like that. Now waxaan sameynaynaa marka we don't actually need to have the whole thing colored, but we will decide that later. We're not gonna cut it now. So information hadda qoraynaa marka meesha ay ku taa wixii meeshii ay yihiin wixii oo dhan, all that stuff. So let's start with when, actually. September, I mean September 9th or something. Okay, so what we're gonna do is gonna just put it up here. The reason you kind of see is because color kind of already mentioned over jira. So waxaan sameynaynaa color oo ka duwan aan sameynaynaa, which is maybe black. Yeah, sometimes you could use other colors actually. I don't know if should I use white? I should use white and bold. That could come out good too. We don't need to use the whole month really. That's not necessary. People understand September. Sep stands for September. Sometimes it's good to use the year. Maxaa yeelay eventiga waxaa laga yaabaa inuu qofkan flyer meel ku arko ku dhagan inuu u maleeyo 2018 inay tahay, something like that. Waqtiga iyo date-ka la kala bixin karaa is good idea. aad iskugu dhow yihiin waxaan, so lama aan kala fogfogeeyo. So we're just gonna edit it a little bit, not too much, not too much, not too much. Okay, so waa arkaysa waxaan isticmaalaya toolishaan isticmaalaya waxba in kama qarinayo. So haddaa wax fahmi weyso just mouse-kayga raacraac si meeshaan kala gareeyay waxaasoo dhan. haddii aan key oo keyboardka isticmaalo waan iin sheegaya wuxuu yahay. So you understand guys. waxaan sameyn karnaa marka, so let's actually make it bigger. The reason is because taariikhdii dadka rabaan inay ogaadaan jecel yihiin, they like to know the date. waxaan goormee dhacaanay ku leeyihiin, waba ujeedi taariikhdeeda. So waxaan sameyn karnaa ayada saan u cad waxyaraan kala fogeyno oo micnaha aan ka wada like. Okay, you know what, I think I'll just make it one line. Let's make it maybe easier. One line. It's too many numbers and stuff. Okay, because so just one line is fine. People get it. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna give it a stroke. To give it a stroke, we open in something called a blend mode. You could double click qoraalka or layerka, or you could just right click and go to blending options here. Blending options. So it will open this. This is important. Haddaa Photoshop inaa ogaato, this is very very important. Kama hadlin casharadii horan ogama hadlin. So this is important. Blending options wuxuu ku sameynayaa hadda layerka aad joogto waxyaala ka bedelaya. For example, stroke waxaa lahan ku qaban karnaa. Stroke wuxuu sameynayaa fartu geesaha wuxuu ka marinayaa color. So color kaanu ka marinayaa geesaha. So saa ujeeda hadda black-a kusoo baxay. Waxaa ku sameyn kartaa drop down shadow, which is u yeeleyso hoos u yeeleyso. Hooska waa badin kartaa. You could just make it the size bigger. The distance waa fogeyn kartaa. As you can see here, it's isbedeleysa automatically. Haddii isbedeli weyso meeshaan click see preview. This is gonna take forever to finish really. After 24 minutes I'm like, okay, we're gonna go a little bit faster. So you just don't go too much on this. Make sure it's moderate, everything is moderate. I don't know if I want to use drop down really. Drop down it's not the best. I mean it's good for some stuff, but not for everything. Yeah, this one is, I wouldn't say it's drop down in la saaro. Kan hadii la stroke hala saaro oo fiican oo nice oo la fahmeynin. haddaad too much ka dhigto waa la fahmaa. If you do something like that, everybody's gonna understand. If you do nothing, everybody's gonna understand. If you make it the same color as the background, it's weird. If you if you make the same color as the font, it's still weird. You need to make a completely different color. Contrast. You have to keep the contrast in mind. So keep it, make it like something subtle like that. Okay, so that's the date. Okay, so waxaan sameynaynaa marka hadda more information. Location-ka, it's a Safari restaurant. You don't have to say location or where, you know. Dadka haddii arkaan Saturday, September 9th, 2017 event in it it says here. You don't have to say when, you know. I don't like flyers waxaas dhaho. Sometimes some people ask me to write that, and it's a little tacky, really, to be honest with you. waagi hore la isticmaali jiray, but hadda, I mean, unless meesha aynan clear ahayn or a lot of things, you don't have to say that. You don't have to say that. Okay, so something came up. Now, what we could do is, we don't have to have this on a line. What we could do is, can guess and can guess. So can this guy, we're gonna make sure Saturday is on top. Can cosea. So they're like a box animal. Okay, then and then Safari and we have that whatever, you know, Safari restaurant. Okay, so what we could do is, we could make the tariq a little bit smaller. I mean, tariq man address a little bit smaller. And that's sort of doing karna. Okay. These guys, how are you qualified? Add nice also doing and that qualified. Sometimes you might need it for, like, it will come up sometime. Can I add forget? Space here in the high is fine. That's that. Over here, it's this. Okay. It kind of looks weird. Okay, let's make sure this, you know, things, you know, match. That's what you're trying to figure out. Symmetry is always, it's good for the eye. It's good for the eye. Symmetry is always good. All right. Instead of dhexda joogo, you can do something like that. Maybe we have to have similar lines, maybe, I'm not sure. Kan iska soo celi this guy. Kan waxaan sameyn karnaa highlight this guy. Space. So we could have something close. Okay. You want to bring it dhexbartamaha. Sometimes you could use a ruler if you're confused about where to put things. You could use a grid, which is good too. You know, the grid, it shows you like so you could see maybe maybe line kind of, that's what I think. So that's also something you could use to help you with the measurement you has. So what we could do is, we could draw a line in between them. Let's get rid of the grid. We could draw a line. Okay, so kan hadaa ka dhigto wax kan kale inaa ka dhigto is a good idea. So let's make this one, give it a stroke of, I don't know, something like that. All right. So let's make this one a box mark by itself. So waxaan sameynayaa hadda waxaan taabta control T inaan waxaan rabaa backgroundkan ayaan soo yareeyo so it can looks like qayb ayag waxaan isla leeyihiin. And yes, okay. And waxaan sameynaynaa kale dhexdan ka jareynaa so it can looks like inuu line u dhexeeyo. Line-ka hadda kuma aadan dhex bartamaha so to use waxaan isticmaalnaa keyboardka falaarta dhinaca right u jirtaan ku wadeynaa. So you go right. So I think somewhere there is fine. Just delete. That is, it shows. Okay, so the stroke is not the same. So what you could do is you could just go to this guy, go to stroke, copy this. You know, you don't have to copy the 9. So you could just make this on 9 too. It's probably not 9, it's 6. So it kind of looks the same. Okay. That's that. So hadda qofka markuu arko third annual rajaqab event gargaarka naafada Soomaaliyeed. Okay. When is it? This. Where is it? This. Maxaa kale noo yaala? Then programmyada aan soo gaabinaya. I'm just gonna make it very short so we could save time. You get the point sida oo aan hadda u sameynayo. Programs aan ku qoraya. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna write programs here. Can I see the font? maxaa yeelay and fontiga waa color cadaan ah. Programs iska yare. Oh, make it bold really. I mean capital all of it. Programs, put it somewhere there. And now what are we gonna do is we have how many programs? Let's see. We have 1, 2, 3. We could use like images for this, so it kind of looks nicer, you know. So today let's go here. We could use like boom, 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 3 images, and write qoraal on top of it. Okay. But we're not gonna take too much time. I'm gonna make sure. Instead of using image, I'm just going to use just normal colors. So 3 soma. Just going to use this one. This is the first one. I'm going to create a new layer. Shift Control N. Color it with a different color, like maybe something like that. I don't know. And we could just copy this. Duplicate this one. Move it to the right by holding shift and flat dhinaca so it goes faster. That's one. And just gonna copy the third one. Colaradan oo kala bedelina, so I'll show you how to do that too. Just like that. I think a little bit. Okay, just like that. Kan dhexe xoogaa dhinaca soo wadno. So they're kind of even. Okay, so the first program, let's change the colors of these guys. The first one is that color, this one. Double click on kusameynena. Here you use double click how for blending options. Here waxaa taabanaysaa color overlay. Color kartaa dooranaysaa marka. So yeah, so you could just use any color you want. Doesn't really matter. Let's just use that blue. I like how it looks. This one, we're gonna choose something like I don't know, just any color is fine. I don't know, just something like that. I don't know, that's a little weird. I like that one. Too many colors, sometimes not good, but some colors are good. So it's coming together. It kind of looks nicer, you know. So a little bit here. We're gonna put the first one, which is accomplishments. So we're just gonna. We don't have to say the Rajaqa Foundation accomplishment. We could just say accomplishments because everybody knows this is about Rajaqa. Okay, accomplishments. Yeah, I mean that's fine. Second one is what? Guest speakers. So we could just put it here. I don't have it too. And then the third one is, what is it? The future of Jacob. You could just, you don't have to say the future of Jacob, you could say our future. Keep things simple. You don't have to repeat yourself or the name of the organization. Everybody knows what this is about, who it is. I'm not gonna write anything here, so but you can see guys the idea waa arkaysaan aan dib ugu qori doonaa. So now waxaa noo dhiman bas the contacts. So you just copy the whole contact and you don't have to say contacts. Okay, now is a good idea to use some of the images we got because we haven't even used them all. I think the wheelchair is a good idea now. So let's get the wheelchair. Let's make it tiny. Where is it? Where's the wheelchair? We just, oh, okay. It's not moving. Really? It is moving. Oh, that's a pun. Okay, the wheelchair is not moving. It's not moving at all. let's just copy it. Okay. You just use that, and then you could just copy it and paste it here. The wheelchair was not moving. Yeah, that's a good one. Let's make it way smaller. See what I said about guys about the PNG, choosing something that has no background. You could use any background you want. So let's just put this one on the side. It kind of looks nicer. And let's just put the contacts here. Okay, we have to copy it again. Let's correct that. Alright. So now it looks very big, but we don't want that. We want the contact to be the minimum. Something simple. Something very simple. Still using Helvetica. You know, this is my recommendation, guys. If not the font, but my recommendation is that marka aad flyer sameynaysid, and the professional way to do it is to minimize the amount of fonts you use. And haddii aad sameynaysid professional flyer, waxaa u baahan tahay inaad yareyso inta far oo kala duwan aad isticmaalaysid. It looks very amateur haddaad isticmaasho 20 farood. Intaad isticmaasho something cursive, intaad isticmaasho something not cursive, intaad isticmaasho cursive kale, it looks very amateur. It looks like haddii inaad qof barbaro tahay. Marka make sure you use something or wax consistent hal xabo. If you use hal xabo oo font oo fiican is the best, but you don't have to hal xabo inaad isticmaasho. You could use few. I'll say the maximum is like 3 or 4. More than that, it's a little bit too much. It's a little bit too much. Okay, so let's just make a little bit bolder and a little bit bolder. So doing it. Okay. We have too much space. Okay. And I think I'll just keep it here. Let's just correct everything here. Guys, 40 minutes somewhere enough. You have to be patient. Things take time. Let's go doing this one is too much, so let's just make it 0. Still, I don't like it. I don't like how it kind of looks like in a dev type. I don't like it. I don't like any bold you hate. It's way too bold. Okay, I think that looks good to me. You have to just play around and see how things look. Okay, should we just keep it like that? No, no, that's not gonna fit. That's not gonna look good. Okay, keep it like that. Okay, so this is the flyer. You know, information kama maqan, but you know, maybe let's just copy a little bit here so it kind of looks nice. Copy something here, paste it here. Okay, this is one thing actually. This is a good idea that I did this. Sometimes waxaa paste garanaysa, and as you could see hadda kahor waan ka hadlay waxaan dheer ma u baahnid. So inta aadan paste garanin, you just go here, adoo farta haysto, you draw something and then you paste on it, and then farta yareysanaysa, highlight ku qabanaysa, and then you just make it smaller. Yeah, it's too big, just make it fit, and isku soo yaree. It all looks capital. That's one thing that was throwing me off. Like, why does everything look weird? Because everything looks capital. I mean, like every letter is capitalized. So that's gonna look weird if everything is capitalized and it's just qoraal yar. You know what I mean? Okay, so waxaan samayn karnaa, we could go here, paragraphs aan aadina, and then we could make everything inay isla ekaadaan. Okay. Alright, so make it a little bit bigger, like 12, maybe 13. 13 is too much. I think I like that. Alright. Well, adding school to do in. Okay. Also like this one. Okay, like that, and everything is the same. I'm just gonna copy and paste this one. Yeah, and everything is gonna look similar because qoraal la gelinayna meesha, but the idea of it. And so we have at least something we could say we accomplished. You know, we finished. This one looks a little off. Alright, so that's the flyer. We finished it. I'm gonna post it on the group. Still qaybtan hoose, it kind of looks empty to me. I wish I could use something there. Actually, I could use something there. One of the images. I'm just gonna use this image, make it way small, and put it on the side. Alright, let's zoom in so we could see what we're doing. I like how that looks. You know, that's Mohammed Abshir right there. You know, so just the person who organized this, or the director is there. You know, and okay. What we could do is we could fade it in, fade it out, fade it in. Let's see. We're using erase tool. Sometimes I may be automatic because I've been doing this for so long that I don't even think about it sometimes. Tools isticmaalaya. Wow. Okay. So I don't want it too big. Okay. Okay. Alright. I don't know. Okay, qoraalka waxaan kasoo aadina marka qoraalka inaan yareyno waa yes. That's what I was saying about the contact. It doesn't have to take space and stuff. Waa inay ahaato wax simple ah oo just markuu qofku u baahdo uu usoo dhawaado baash. Right there. That's what I was talking about. See? I knew something was off. So okay, so now it looks good. I like how this, you know, this image looks, and it feels. So you need to use all the space you have. You cannot leave like a huge chunk of it empty. You have to kind of like find out ways to use it. So as you can see, we finished the flyer. Let's save it because then I saved it and then everything's gonna be gone. Wow, waxaan sameynayna ka kacay noqonayaan. Actually, not PDF. Let's save it in Photoshop file and also in JPEG. And yeah, in JPEG as a picture. Save it. That's it. We're done. We're done with flyer, guys. We're done. That's it. I'm gonna post it right now, and you guys could talk about it and see how you could, you know, do something for yourself or for event or something like that. This is for Reja Foundation, Reja Foundation, and okay, so I'm gonna be stopping here. Inshallah, haddaa su'aal qabtid ama waxaa ka confuse garaysay, let me know. Almost close to saacad waaye. Iisoo sheeg inshallah si aan kaaga jawaabo. Jazakallah khair. Haddaan wax qaldan ila soo socodsiiya, maxaa yeele bini aadan ahay, I could get wrong some stuff. So, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.